Hello, everyone, and welcome to RPES Night in America. This is round three for the season. Of course, we had the Daytona 24 back in January, and of course, we also did the Barberville Bash with the UMP Modifieds. We've seen Braxton DeWeese and Tyler Bickford pick up wins so far this season. Obviously, there's no points in the line for these races. Just kind of a fun thing to do, put on a few races that we don't normally see. Obviously, we do not normally race the Dirt Midgets, as we have never done that before. And of course, we'll have the 410s at 9 p.m. Eastern tonight. We've only had about 5 races ever for them as well. Got a few more things planned for the 410s, especially this year. See how the racing goes in the Midgets to see how many more races of those we do this campaign in 2026. But we have, I believe we have 9 drivers signed in for the, it's either 8 or 9 drivers that have signed in for tonight's Dirt Midget portion of Night in America here at Lima Land. Drivers have 1 lap out on the speedway here to set their best time in qualifying. Obviously, we have a brand new track record, as like we talked about, midgets have never been part of any event in Reigel Promotions Esports history, and it's definitely not at Lima Land. So Jake Morris here comes in, set lap 1, he goes fast as now Matt Hinkle tops him as well, though. Has Matt Hinkle at a 12.313 on lap 1. Jake Morris was second. It's Fred Hoffman now going to come around to finish lap number 2. I believe Joseph Groom completed a lap, but his lap did not count. And Fred Hoffman will stay in third, quickest there in car 13. So Matt Hinkle, Jake Morris, Fred Hoffman, Josh Slater, and Joseph Groom have finished their laps. Now Anthony Villagren and Jimbo Rooney also now all out on the track. Only other driver not to complete a time to this point is Christopher Shepard, who still has a minute and a half remaining to do so. Jimbo Rooney went third fastest. Now Villagren going to work his way out. Of course, he's ran in the 360s, had some pretty good runs in his select appearances with the Hinkle Plasma Cutting 360 Sprint Car Series. I believe he made his debut during King's Clash Week in 2025. Villagren went second fastest on that lap, 12.327. Now, interesting that Matt Hinkle is fastest to this point, as he is obviously finished second in the opener for the Night in America series with the Global Mazda cars at the Daytona International Speedway Road Course. Christopher Shepard still has not cannot make a time, so assume that he is now going to start at the back of heat race number 1, as I believe we're only going to have 1 heat race this evening. So it should be a relatively quick session here for the Dirt Midgets. We have 8 cars, so we'll do 1 heat race. Everyone will make it through that, obviously, and then we'll run all of the 5-minute warm-up to get the track into shape. For your brand new track record holders, Matt Hinkle with the 12.313. Actually, it does look like it's going to give us 2 heat races. I did think that earlier we had 9 cars registered. One of the cars must have backed out. So we're going to get 2 heat races here. We're going to get some extra laps in the track, but it's going to be kind of weird with only 4 cars on the speedway. But nonetheless, we get some more extra laps on the track, and these drivers get some more time to feel out their car before we get into the 30-lap main event later on. But your starting lineup will go this way. Joseph Groom, the 2025 Reigel Promotions Driver of the Year, will go from the pole, alongside Fred Hoffman, who picked up his first career win and only win to this point with Reigel Promotions Esports in a Night in America event at Eldora in 2025 with the UMP Modifieds. Jake Morris, I believe this is his first start of 2026. He will go from the inside of row 2, and the outside, of course, your fast qualifier tonight, Matt Hinkle in 52. Eight laps of distance, all cars will transfer through to tonight's main event here at Limaland Motorsports Park. See how far your Bloodline Sim Sports fast qualifier can make it up through the grid here. The way they finish will be the way they'll start on the inside row of tonight's main event. Joseph Groom fires, and away we are to the Full Throttle Motorsports green flag. Groom out to the early advantage in 11. Joseph Groom runs second. Matt Hinkle looked to the inside momentarily, but Morris going to hold it full song on the outside. Obviously, track is still fast with this. Not as many cars as we're accustomed to. Tough to get that many laps, but with the warm-up session, it should help get the track a little bit more racier. With these type of cars, though, still be able to make passes as they don't have near the horsepower as like the 410s per se we'll see later on tonight. But Matt Hinkle there works by Morris into the 3rd spot. Joseph Groom out to almost a second advantage over Hoffman now. It's Hoffman there in the Red Bull number 13 machine. He'll look to hang on to that 2nd spot. Still got 3 laps left here when they get to the line. So obviously Hinkle, he is trying everything he can to get there. We'll go on board with him here in 52. Morris inside, Hoffman to his outside now. Hoffman still holding it strong there on the outside as they head off into 3 and 4 for the final time. Who's going to get there first? I believe Hoffman just barely gets him to the line first, and he does. Great finish there for the 2nd spot. Joseph Groom didn't really make it exciting up front, though. He picks up his first heat race win of the season. Fred Hoffman there in that thrilling finish by just a little over 5 1/100ths of a second where Matt Hinkle. Jake Morris finishes 4th there in the 41. Now we'll head into heat race number 2, presented by Hinkle Plasma Cutting. On the pole, driver picked up a 305 Sprint Car Series win in 2025 at the Bristol Motor Speedway. It's a 00 Christopher Shepard. Then Josh Slater, one of our newcomers in 030, goes to his outside. Then the 2-time 305 Sprint Car Series champion Jimbo Rooney will go from 3rd. 4th, Anthony Villagran in the 22. Once again, it'll be 8 laps. All cars will move on to tonight's A main. Once again, right after this at 9 p.m. about 9:15, we'll be live with the 410 sprint cars right here from Lima Land. Of course, tomorrow night, 360 Sprint Car Series will be back in action right here at Lima Land. The 40-lap main event, the King of the Quarter Mile by Slide Job Racing Syndicate. Green flag is out and Shepherd is away here with the Full Throttle Motorsports green flag. See Villagran there hit the inside tires there off of turn 2. Slaters falls back as he chose the top shelf there. Now he's back to third. Villagran now going to look to his inside. They're momentarily almost 3 wide. Villagran once again makes contact with the inside tire. Those tractor tires have not been Anthony's friend here in the early goings. Rooney, same spot Hoffman was in the last one, but he's looking to do more here as now he looks to the inside of Shepherd. Shepherd may need to get down to the low side here if he wants to protect that race lead. Rooney almost has it at the line, but Shepherd still leads the lap. Halfway home in this one. So now he will take the lead, 27 to the point. This is his 127th career start with the Reigel Promotions Esports League. And that just counts feature starts. That doesn't even count the ones that he may not have made the show. Villagran now, though, is recovering here in 22 after taking the tires down about 2 times earlier in the heat race. 1 lap left here as they take the white flag presented by Third Party Gaming. Villagran going to try his best here to get the win in Hinkle Plasma Cutting Heat 2. Will he be able to get to the line first? He dimes it off the corner. He drag race to the line. Believe Rooney got him, and he does. Rooney just barely there, able to get by on the outside with all the momentum he was carrying. Here's your final results in heat race number 2, presented by Hinkle Plasma Cutting. Second time that we've seen a near photo finish here in heat race action. By 4/100ths of a second, Jimbo Rooney picks up the win over Anthony Villagran. Christopher Shepherd finishes 3rd, and 4th, Josh Slater in the 030. Now we'll into our RPES shop warm-up session. We will run the duration of this final 5 minutes here in the session. That way we can get the track into shape for tonight's A-Main. A-Main will be 30 laps of distance. Obviously, we'll see who is going to be the inaugural winner with the Dirt Midgets in Reigel Promotions Esports history, as this is race number 1 all-time, which is pretty hard to believe. Just never really had the time to be able to run a midget race. Obviously, we've seen the racing has been amazing to this point here at Lima Land. But a few sponsors we didn't get to mention to this point. Admin Box is the official drivers meeting sponsor each night. Bloodline Sin Sports qualifying sponsor. Dirt Series Promotions presents B-Main number 3 and the Pit Road sponsor. Obviously, not anyone has had to go down Dirt Series Promotions pit lane to this point. The Last Lap Pass sponsor. If a driver is able to make a last lap pass in a feature event and win the race, they will pick up $5 courtesy of F&D Awareness. And they also sponsor the Driver of the Year Award. Green Flag sponsors Full Throttle Motorsports. Right Rear Racing is presenting sponsor Heat Race number 1. Roya's Graphics for Victory Lane. 618 Engraving and Design is the caution sponsor. Not that we've seen one to this point. Practice is brought to you by Sweet Tea Gang. TJ Visuals is the fastest lap sponsor for 2026, and not that we're going to do it tonight, but 4 Wide Salute is brought to you by Victory Fuel. Hey, some people have to sleep, sleep, Jordan. I mean, well, you can still make the 4:10 show at least. But tomorrow night we will have the King of the Quarter Mile by Slide Job Syndicate. It's round 2 of 7 on the season for the 𝐑𝐏𝐄𝐒 Plasma Cutting 360 Sprint Cars. Should be a great one there. Be 40 laps for the 360s. And then, of course, next week is the granddaddy of them all, the King's Clash, the 3rd annual at Eldora Speedway for the 360 Sprint Cars. Trophy and a lot of prizes on the line. We'll do single car time trials, randomized invert for the heat races, and a redraw for the feature as well. That is always the best event of the year in my eyes. And Thursday, we'll have the NASCAR trucks for the 𝐑𝐏𝐄𝐒 Plasma Cutting Pavement Ignition Series as we head to Talladega Super Speedway. And for the Alabama Gang 150, that is round 2 of 6 for them. Funny enough, I am the defending winner of the Alabama Gang 150. I will not be defending my title, though, as I'll be up here in the booth, as always. And this Sunday, we'll see round 2 of 5 for the off-road series as we head to Firebird Motorsports Park for the first time ever with the Pro 4 trucks. We had a great showing of 23 trucks on Sunday night, and they put on a heck of a show at Wild West. Looking forward to seeing what they can do at Firebird this weekend. Also, if you're not already signed up, the next Dirt Car Esports event, which I do the race control and kind of set up the sessions for that as well, will be on March 10th through the 12th. It's $500 to win, and we'll pay at least $25 to finish last, basically. So a lot of money on the line. That would be 358 Modifieds, fixed setup at Volusia Speedway Park. It's spring break for Dirt Car Esports, and that is what we're calling the event. It's $20 to enter. Obviously be on Dirt Car Racing's YouTube page, the whole broadcast. Marty and Shaggy are always on the call doing a great job. Hope to see a lot of you guys there. So now we'll shift into tonight's race number 1 of 2 for the evening. First one here with the Dirt Midgets in their inaugural event with Reigel Promotions Esports. The 30 laps of distance and your lineup will go this way. Starting on the pole, your 2025 RPES Driver of the Year, Joseph Groom in 11. And to the outside, making his 127th start with Reigel Promotions Esports, and 2-time defending 305 champion Jimbo Rooney in 27. Then the inside of row 3, picked up a win last year at Eldora in the UMP, Fred Hoffman. And it was outside looking for his first career Reigel Promotions Esports win, Anthony Villagran in 22. Matt Hinkle also looking for his first win in league history, showing a lot of speed and quite a few second place finishes here as of late. He'll roll off 5th. 6th, 305 winner at Bristol last season, Christopher Shepard in the 00 goes 6th. 7th, first start of the year for Jake Morris. He starts 7th, and the newcomer Josh Slater will roll shotgun on the field in 8th position. Eight cars, 30 laps around the Limaland Motorsports Park for the first time ever. Will we see a new winner, or will we see a driver that has graced Reigel Promotions Esports victory lane before? Chances are about 50-50 either way, but Joseph Groom will lead him to the green as they come to the Full Throttle Motorsports green flag. Rooney falls back quickly there to 4th. Hoffman up to the 2nd spot, and Hinkle followed suit as well. So now he looks to the inside of Hoffman. They continue their battle from heat race number 1. He hits the tire zone, gets sideways. He'll corral it back in, but that now allows Groom, Hoffman, and Rooney to reclaim those top 3 spots. Villagran now runs 4th. 5th is Jake Morris, and now Hinkle fell all the way back to the 6th position as he gets a great run there off of turn 2. He'll look to make quick work and get back to the top 5 as they go to the line, and he will. Hinkle's back at the 5th already. The two friends, Hoffman and Rooney, will now do battle for the runner-up position. Rooney Groom out front looking to do this similar to what he did in his heat race. Kind of just check out and leave everyone else behind him. Does look like Hinkle is reeling in these drivers. He's one of the few drivers that's been all the way down towards the tires, which is also part of the reason he got into the tire earlier in the evening. Now they're about to have a 4-car battle for the 2nd spot here momentarily. It's now now Rooney's fell back to 5th. They're going to split Hoffman here as they go through 3 and 4. Hoffman just was put meat in the sandwich right there. Now he's back to 5th. Villagran and Rooney make contact. Both of them spin out. First caution of the evening. We finally see a 618 engraving and design caution flag. I feel like that was always going to happen when they were racing so hard, and they're about basically 3 wide at that point as well. You see Rooney does a slide job there, and then Villagran's also coming down the track at the same time. And it's one of those blind spots. Even with mirrors, you don't know the car is there on the inside necessarily. And one car coming up, one car coming down, and they just make contact. Unluckily, a couple other cars involved there as well. You see Jake Morris got sent up the racetrack. But gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with the racing here we've seen in the Dirt Midgets this evening. I'm also impressed with how fast Joseph Groom has been in car 11. I do think I recall him telling me that he did like racing the midgets on iRacing as they come back to the Full Throttle Motorsports green flag. Hinkle, though, obviously very fast in 52, as now he looks to the inside of him. They're now side by side down the back straightaway. Groom slides in and goes up way up to the top shelf, see if he can get the run he needs. He does not. Hinkle makes the pass there with ease on the bottom side. He taps the tires once again. Both these drivers, really the top 3, all looking for their first career win with the league. Groom is not letting him go away quietly. Gets into the wall there, though. That's now going to allow Villagran to sneak back into the fight. Groom is giving it hell on the top side. Just seems like it's so far around right now. We've seen Hinkle make a mistake before, though. So that's all it's going to take for Groom to be able to get back by him, it feels like. But it's Hinkle. Groom there nearly gets into the back of him. He's trying that slide job line, which is obviously very tough when you get that close to him. Villagran's still in the 3rd spot. Fred Hoffman runs 4th. Morris is 5th, and Rooney is 6th. As CS battle up front continues. But now Rooney and Shepard battling for the 6th position. So now Rooney goes up to the top shelf, similar to Saul Groom there. He will now take that 6th spot. Now he sets his sights on Jake Morris. Now he does a slide job attempt here on Morris. Race back to the line. He should have 5th in the line, and he does just barely. He should be able to clear him. We get a caution flag. So maybe Matt Hinkle. I see what happens here. Looks like maybe he gets into the tires. And he does. He gets into the tires, spins it out in front of the field, and that's to bring out the yellow. It's a tough break for your race leader. Just as we talked about earlier, it's almost the opposite of what we are used to seeing. Normally the top side obviously is the sketchiest way around a racetrack. But this evening, for Matt Hinkle, it's been the bottom side. Just those tires, they can be very frustrating. Obviously, that's where the moisture is, and that's where the fastest line around the track, it seems like, is. It's just tough to make laps down there. That puts Joseph Groom now back in the driver's seat in car 11. Lights are out around the Lima Land Motorsports Park. We will get back to Full Throttle Motorsports Green Flag Racing here in a few moments. Groom now gets a great start there in car 11. We'll see if Hinkle is able to make his way back at the field. Already up to 5th there. Makes contact with Morris as Morris gets into him. Hinkle looks like he will keep it going. Everyone clean and green at the back. Groom still leads here. Now they'll have 11 laps to go when they get to the line. Villagran in second. Rooney has tried. I think he's sort of found something. We saw him make a few passes there before that yellow came out. He's not running quite as high as Groom had earlier in the evening. You see Villagran looks to the inside there. It'll be side by side off of the corner. I think Villagran led the lap, and he did. Groom going to come back at him here off of turn 2. Very close racing here at Lima Land. Is now Groom going to come back to the point in 11. Villagran still fighting back on the inside. Tail of 2 lines around the speedway. So now Groom is victorious there. As you can see, the friends in the background, Rooney and Hoffman, bumping and banging for the 3rd spot. Villagran not giving up there in 22. Groom is just giving it hell there. He is just slinging it into the corner every single time. And you have the opposite discipline on the inside of Villagran, just kind of putting around the tires. Still side by side, 6 laps remaining in this one. Villagran hits the inside tires. That is the break Groom needed. At least gets in some breathing room for the time being. As Hoffman has also gotten some breathing room from Rooney for the time being as well. Matt Hinkle back in the 6th spot. Obviously he was leading in early on. As Shepard and Hinkle kind of running all by their lonesome. See, Groom is now migrated to the Groom is now migrated to the inside of the speedway. Villagran, though, he is coming in the background. Now he is working. He kind of switched lines. Groom went downstairs to protect, and now Villagran going on the top where Groom isn't. See Hoffman and Rooney get together. That changes about everything there. So now we're going to green-white checkered. So we get our 3rd 618 engraving and design caution flag. I believe it happens here in this corner. It does. Yep, Hoffman just slings in there a little too hard. Gets into the back of Rooney. Obviously, Hoffman ends up getting the worst end of the stick anyway, so it kind of works out admin-wise. Still your top 3. Groom, Villagran, Rooney, and then Shepard runs in the 4th spot. Hinkle now in 5th. I would not be surprised if Hinkle has any suspension damage, though, with the contact he had on that last restart, if not from the tires originally. So I do not think he's made a trip down Dirt Series Promotions pit lane to this point. Get back to racing here, though. Green, white, checkered. See if Groom is finally able to hold on. He has been so close so many times with Reigel Promotions Esports. Villagran, though, going to give it all he has. He tried the outside, but the door was closing very fast. Hinkle now back in the mix in 52. Will he be able to steal it in the last lap? Who is going to get to the line first? Slides up. 3 wide coming to the line. Groom going to get there first. What a finish here at Lima Land. Top three there separated by just 1/10 of a second, basically. Heck of a finish here at Limaland. Near 3 wide finish. Joseph Groom there, going to do the burnouts in the infield. First ever win with Reigel Promotions Esports. Anthony Villagran finishes in the second spot in 22. Third, Matt Hinkle. Jimbo Rooney finishes fourth. Fifth, Christopher Shepard. Sixth, Jake Morris. Seventh, Fred Hoffman. And eighth, Josh Slater. I got to give a round of applause to the midgets. They did a heck of a job here putting on a good show. Even with 8 cars, that was a heck of a race to watch. Definitely looking forward to doing a few more of those throughout the year. Definitely, obviously, Anthony Villagran gave it all he had there at the end, and Hinkle kind of came out of nowhere after restarting in the 5th spot with 2 laps to go. We'll get a word here with Joseph Groom before we get back into racing. Hey, Joseph, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Obviously, awesome race there, really. Just, I guess, walk me through the last couple laps of. Did you ever think it was going to end up 3 wide?
Yeah, I had a feeling that it probably would there at the end, especially with that late caution. Um, you know, with 2 laps to go, anything's happening, especially with us all bunched up like that. I just had to try to make the car as wide as I could.
Yeah, it seems like you were searching for something out on the track towards the end of the race there, as you obviously were trying. You were probably the car I think to try the most different lines throughout the night, as you were working the inside there in the heat race, then you're doing like the slide job line, and towards the end you were trying the bottom. Uh, and Villagran obviously was just going anywhere you weren't, and Hinkle stayed committed to the inside the whole time. He nearly got all of you guys there at the end.
Yeah, the inside was fast. I just I'm not very good at hitting the inside. I like to hit the tires too much. So I was
Yeah.
sliding to try to get as much, find the grip and try to find as much as I could to get the quickest to the tack and start the night off good. So
Yeah, I mean, obviously, this is your first career win, to my knowledge, at least. Definitely congratulations to you. It's been a long time coming. I know a few 305 races you were very close to winning, like the Regal Cup last year, for example. Definitely great to finally see you get over the hump and get the win.
yeah, it is my first RPS win. It is finally kept myself together tonight, and not stayed in a constant line and tried to search for that grip and was able to find it. So hopefully we can continue the night and keep on going into the 410s.
Once again, congratulations, and is there anyone you want to thank?
I have to thank my family, you guys for putting on the broadcast, putting on the event for today. Um, that's it.
Well, I appreciate you joining us, and we'll see you in a few moments for the 410s.
Ah,
All right, that was Joseph Groom, your race winner. Just as we just talked about, up next we'll have the 410 sprint cars here right at Limaland for round 2 of the evening. We'll see you in a few moments to be live with that one at 9:15 p.m. Eastern. Thank you.